Alright, we're back. I got some Valley Brewing Futuristic, and this one is the Blueberry IPA. You can see it has some lactose and vanilla bean and some blueberry puree. It says Futuristic is a series of fruited IPAs. Each batch will be slightly different and premiere a specific type of fruit. This version features mosaic hops, blueberry puree, milk sugar, and vanilla beans. It is absolutely slammed with fruit. And they told me this when I went to have it at the tap room. Take a look at this color. It was almost gritty. There was so much fruit added. It was nuts. Look at that. Look at that fucking color. I love berries. And this is just like drinking a fucking smoothie. Might not be much of an IPA, but smoothie, blueberry drink, yeah, really good. Alright, we're going to be using Strike Gold Shave's Uncle Jumbo. This is in the Patriot base. We know that from the Tussa Silk, and it has a nice side label. Not much else going on the side because they have the ounces and the ingredients on the front. Okay, kind of basic bitch label, but they do special labels when they have special edition releases. This is kind of part of their core lineup, so they have a more standardized label for their core lineup. Sort of like Southern Witchcrafts has a very nice standardized label for their core lineup, and then they do something more special for their special editions and limited editions. Alright, we already got the soap lathered up. Got our Lancaster bowl chock full of lather. Woo! And we got our Viking soaps brush handle here, which is one of my favorite handles in the den, and it came at such a value, and I think that's why I love it so much. It actually has a Strike Gold Shave executive custom badger knot on it, and it was hand tied to fit the opening of this brush handle, and it is absolutely a pleasure to use. Thus far, I have had 0 issues with this brush, whether I'm working a lather on the face, or building a lather in my bowl, or even when I'm cleaning it after a shave. I've lost a few hairs along the way, but nothing significant or noteworthy. And it is just super soft. It releases lather well. It doesn't have, he didn't set it with too much backbone, just enough in my opinion. It provides a gentle scrub and really soft tips, and that's kind of right where my preferences lie. Going a little bit further past this to the Ultra Plush, I kind of get irritated when they don't pick up soap as easily, and while that extra plushness is really comfortable and soft on the face, it doesn't really do much for me when I'm trying to build my lather. I find it a little bit disappointing. Don't get me wrong, I can do it. I can build my lather with the ultra soft brush, you know what I mean? But I just prefer it to have just a little bit of backbone and a little bit of gentle scrub. Alright, we're going to be using our Double Duck Goldedge, as you can see right there. Beautiful razor. This one actually has a Frank Misa edge on it from Strike Gold Shave. And I've gotten plenty of shaves in with this one, and the edge is still going strong. I will caveat, I'm only shaving my cheeks and neck, but I've had a lot of shaves with it regardless. And so I am pleased with the longevity that it has given me thus far. Frank from Strike Gold Shave has really been a huge help to me in my straight razor journey. I turn to him for tips in the straight razor world over and over and over, and he always seems to make time for me and really break it down in a way that I can understand, you know. You can definitely see it's still cut. And I really appreciate that about Frank. I know there always seems to be something that the community's bitching about, but I think Frank does take it in stride, and he is constantly improving, and I think that's all we can ask for from somebody who's doing this as a side gig, is to welcome feedback and act on it in a way that improves your standing with your customer base. One thing I appreciate as well about Frank is that what he does with Strike Gold Shave, I really, really appreciate. He brings popular colognes, perfumes, whatever you want to call them, popular fragrances from the niche world and the designer world, and he brings them to the wet shaving world, sometimes even collaborating with niche perfumeries, and he brings scents that haven't been beat to death, you know, in the wet shaving world, such as Aventus or any Creed fragrance for that matter. He really seems to find something over and over that has never been done in the wet shaving world and bring it to us via his awesome shaving soaps and the Patriot base. That is his current base. Phenomenal. Last year, out of all the bases that I tried, the Patriot base was up there in my favorite to use. And no doubt, having some of my favorite scents of the year had something to do with me getting familiar with the Patriot base. I agree with others in the community that say the Patriot base doesn't really get talked about enough, or kind of gets overlooked. No doubt in my mind, the Strike Gold Shave Patriot base is elite level. I really enjoy using it. It's just kind of, it's like I was just using Milksteak the other day. It's different than Milksteak, but I enjoy using it like on par with Milksteak. Milksteak's one that, since I don't have a lot of declaration grooming, I kind of get kind of like the passing enjoyment of using it every now and then. And I really enjoy Milksteak. And Milksteak is heralded and regarded pretty highly. But I like the Patriot base just as much as that. Plenty of soap to go around. I like the Patriot base just as much as that. Let me think. What else are some of my favorite soap bases? I like the Southern Witchcraft Space very, very, very highly. And that one's a vegan soap base, which I suppose is notable in the wet shaving world. That's one of my favorite soap bases to use as well. But I really think they made something special when they made this Patriot base. And they're constantly improving the Aftershave base. I think they're slowly getting it to where the community wants it. But they're just kind of taking baby steps towards where the community wants it. They're slowly but surely working the alum out of the aftershave equation. I personally don't mind alum in an aftershave. I don't want it to be like an alum bomb or anything, but I definitely don't mind it having alum in it as long as there's ample skin food as well. But I still think the community would be happier if you had an alcohol aftershave with some good skin food, no alum. I love Frank and Jen, but just saying, I know a lot of folks that would very, very much appreciate the alum being removed. Alright, let's get this against the grain popping. I didn't talk too much about the scent yet. It's based on Parfums de Marly Layton, which is a high-end niche cologne. I have had the pleasure of sampling some fragrances from that house. And if my memory serves me correctly, Layton was one of the ones that I liked the most. I don't remember saying, man, I gotta have that. But I remember from Parfums de Marly, that was one that I enjoyed the most. And what's funny is when Uncle Jumbo came out, a lot of people were saying how awesome the fragrance was and how it was different but better than Layton. And so it kind of piqued my interest because I already liked Layton. But if the consensus seems to be it was better than Layton, then I kind of wanted in on it. There was obviously other wonderful offerings in his lineup that I chose first, but thankfully, since Uncle Jumbo is a part of his regular lineup, it was there for me to return to when the time came, and I am so happy that I finally came back around to it, because it is a wonderful fragrance. I don't remember Layton itself making this much of an impact on me, but Uncle Jumbo is a certified banger. I absolutely love it. The scent strength is bold and booming. It's a wonderful, sweet, classy fragrance. Very gentlemanly. I don't think I've gotten the same vibe since I used Spearhead's Ardennes, which is based off Amouage Brackenman, which Amouage is another high-end fragrance house, niche perfumer. And so, go figure, both high-end perfumers made such a noteworthy, fragrance. I really appreciate Strike Gold for bringing this one to us. Now, I have to mention, Declaration Grooming has also recently came out with a Layton dupe. And normally that would be, you know, really cool and exciting. But seeing as Strike Shave doesn't kind of get the same attention, it's kind of a fucking bummer at the same time, because it's kind of like you're stealing the shine from the guy who did it first and did it well. You know what I mean? And really, it doesn't matter, because there's plenty of dupes that have been done by many of wet shaving artisan, but it does kind of suck when you're a fan on the sidelines, you know. And I am a fan of Strike Shave. I like seeing them succeed and do well. And when they have something special in their catalog, and then kind of like the fucking, you know, the more notable artisan just kind of does it too, and the attention gets shifted, it's kind of a bummer, you know what I mean? But I think Uncle Jumbo has done well. It is a wonderful scent, like I said. I did write down the scent notes. Probably should have mentioned them at the beginning of the video. But it was bergamot, lavender, apple, mandarin on the top notes. And then violet, jasmine, geranium in the mid, or the heart of the fragrance. And then guaiac wood, patchouli, sandalwood, cardamom, pepper, and vanilla in the base. So, quite complex, but really easy to perceive and enjoy. Like I said, it's sweet, it's classy, it definitely has some warmth, but I don't think it's necessarily a cold weather scent. I think it's a year-round scent for all occasions. It's beautiful, and I think it's pretty universal as well. So, take that for what you will. I recommend, obviously, picking it up from Strike Shave if you're at all interested. I think they have a phenomenal soap base. I really appreciate what Frank and Jen are doing with the brand and the products, and bringing wonderful fragrances that have never been seen before in the wet shaving world. And even these other endeavors that they're bringing into the fold, such as custom hand-tied knots. I just think that just adds to all the good things that they have going on over at Strike Shave. So please, 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 if you're at all interested in Parfums de Marly Layton, please check out Strike Shave's Uncle Jumbo, because I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Alright, I think I have shilled about as hard as I can shill in this video, but if you think I could have went further, just put hashtag shill harder, courtesy of Lord Shady. Put hashtag shill harder in the comments. I know, sometimes I get lost in the sauce, and I just want to big up some of my favorite artisans. I did it for Lancaster last week. I'm doing it for Strike Shave this week. Alright, let's get in a little bit of this matching aftershave splash. Like I said, does have alum in it. Frank does tell me it's a pretty minuscule amount. You can see has an industry standard restrictor. Always appreciate seeing that. Get some of this on the hands and get some of this awesome smelling aftershave on the skin. Gonna do the Max Shaves, slap the shit out of myself routine. Let's get a little second round in honor of Max Shaves. My boy Max Shaves on YouTube. Definitely check out his channel for some awesome aftershave slaps and shaves. Alright guys, that'll do it for me. I am smelling like a motherfucking snack. And I'm going to have a good night. So, thank you guys for the support. I appreciate you. And I appreciate Strike Gold Shave. So, please check them out. Alright, catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.